Thank you for joining me today, and I want to thank NACVGM for giving me the extreme privilege to talk about my music. I've been a composer of electronic music for over 15 years. I've only recently entered the arena of video game composition. However, video game music is what got me into music in the first place. Game jams were my entrance into the process of making a game. I especially enjoy their likeness to music jam sessions. I met with solo game developer Julian Creutz for the Game Boy Jam 8 on itch.io. The original prototype we did together is called Tower of Time, and the link to the original is up here. After enjoying our time working together, Julian decided to fully realize the concept as a prequel for another game he did called Mystiqa. Our game is due out later this year, and my soundtrack should release in the next month or so. The game itself is a roguelike dungeon crawler in which there is the constant threat of time working against you. Julian wanted mostly Game Boy specifications for the original prototype. For the full version, I put reverb on a few tracks and utilized more than the 3-synth combo for 2 cues near the end of the game. In order to make the score, I sequenced the music in Finale 25 and achieved the sound utilizing the free PAPU plugin. To do the final mixing and editing, I finished all the tracks in Adobe Audition. PAPU is the real hero here. I am not good at FMOD, and I can't afford the systems that most composers work on due to adjunct life. Here is a picture of the PAPU VST interface. It is made specifically to emulate the Game Boy sound chip, and I enjoyed utilizing the free plugin. Working with only 2 tracks and a noise track that works as a percussion instrument made for strict use of voicings. I love that. It forced me to draw on my training with Fuchs and my time as a classical guitarist being assigned Bach and Scarlatti. However, there are more appropriate influences for this medium, and the names you see here are a few examples of what got me into music, period. Their use of counterpoint is amazing, and their music defines the early iteration of video game music. And now let's hear some of these influences. So let's hear some of my music. Perhaps my most obvious use of contrapuntal techniques and most baroque-ish sound is for the sewer cue. The cave theme utilizes a ground bass, with the upper voice providing a theme and variations. This was the actual first cue I composed for the prototype. Giant Mummy is a boss cue employing a transformation of a melody from a Vicente Fernandez song. Needless to say, I changed it quite a bit. Phoenix is a weird boss theme. Again, I provide an arpeggio ostinato while still attempting to do tonal counterpoint. Despite failing at that, I like the sound of the cue. Chamber of Eternity is my attempt at achieving minimalism a la Julius Eastman. While I don't use traditional counterpoint, I am still mindful on the vertical and horizontal alignments of intervals. This is one of the tracks utilizing a 4-voice setup rather than 2. Popular music is my specialty as a scholar, and I have enjoyed and performed many styles from corrido to experimental jazz. As a guitarist and bassist, rock and metal are some of my favorite genres to perform. Metal especially has become a standard as accompaniment in action sequences of video games. Here are a few bands that are regulars on my playlist, and each one had a part in shaping the soundtrack. If you have not heard of some of these names, please check them out. So here are my examples of metal. Dragon is a boss theme that utilizes both solos and bass lines influenced by Headphones President, especially their song Until I Die. The level Q Inferno Cavern takes a melody that is a loosely transcribed guitar solo by Mickey Grash of Shoya. Reaper is a boss cue employing a harmonic passage utilized by Wicked Wisdom. And level Q Chamber of Time is a nod to the introduction of Huntress's spell leader. The final boss utilizes a mixture of stylings based on something I wrote about 5 years ago. And now we are near the end, and I thought I would provide a combo of the two practices. Please enjoy this arrangement as Mozart vigorously rolls around in his grave. That is it. None of this would be possible without the influences that got me into making music. I hope you enjoyed my examples of counterpoint, my examples of metal, and especially my butchery of Mozart. Most of all, I hope you check out some of the names I provided. This project has inspired me to provide practical assignments in my theory and counterpoint classes, centering game composition. I've also added synthesizers and chiptunes to my instrumentation and arranging courses. I look forward to the game's release, and I hope you check out my music and the game. And again, thank you for joining me today.